Hi foodies, it's still 90 degrees in Chicago, but you know, maybe that PSL got to my brain and now it's chili time. And I don't mean to brag, but I am kind of a big deal in, you know, smaller areas and arenas, big fish in a little pond, when it comes to entering chili contests, because I tend to win them. That's right. I'm kind of renowned for my chili. In fact, my oldest daughter is absolutely addicted to chili, and I think in part thanks to me. My youngest daughter lives in Texas, and I would probably be laughed out of the state with my chili, but hey, whatever. Here I am sharing the spotlight with the other first place winner, and while it's been tough competition, every time I've entered, this is what I walk away with. And the bragging rights. But that's not the chili I'm making for you today. Today, I'm making you my chicken tropical. So we're starting with garlic, red pepper diced, poblano pepper diced, and sweet yellow onion diced. Here's my ground chicken. It is still frozen. I'm going to show you in a sec what I do with that. So that's our veggies, and I'm starting off with sauteing them in a Dutch oven with some avocado oil is my oil of choice for this. That's it right there. As usual, I'm going to link down below all the ingredients and how much I use. So you can put your meat in the microwave to defrost it if you'd like. I don't like doing that because it gets half cooked on the edges. This way it just kind of doesn't do that. All I do is flip it and then I scrape it and then probably flip it about 5 times, and then it's done, and then it starts to break up really easily. I also like doing it in the pot with the veggies because I feel like it incorporates the flavors, but you can defrost it however you like. Me, I was pressed for time. I just grabbed it out of the freezer. So this is, now I'm doing this one-handed, okay? So that's why it looks kind of crazy, but it's much simpler when you're not doing it with one hand. So I'm using tricolored beans, kidney pinto, because that's what I happen to have on hand, but I think this would also be great with white northern or cannellini beans, regular diced tomatoes, nothing added, no oregano or anything like that, tomato sauce, and a can of corn. I'm using McCormick's plain chili powder, that's my favorite, and I'm using the Badia, or Badia, I don't know, Sazon Tropical, with the orange top, not the green top, because it has annatto, paprika, coriander, island spices, onion, garlic, and salt. It's delicious. You must add this because it really, you know, it makes or breaks the whole chili. Now this is optional. This is total seasoning, which also has salt, garlic, onion, oregano, parsley, and cilantro for that sabor type of flavor. But if you don't like cilantro, that's okay. Then I suggest just putting in a little bit of Mexican oregano and a little bit of parsley. And of course, we're going to add regular salt after we've added this stuff, since they do, you know, have salt in them. So we don't want to over salt it. So now that my chicken's been drained and ready to go, I'm adding my seasoning, and I forgot to show you a tablespoon of brown sugar. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what adds the sweetness profile. Now, if you don't want to add sugar, that's okay. You don't have to. Then I recommend getting a can of super sweet corn. Usually it'll say on the label like super sweet, or it'll be the white Winnipeg corn, I think it's called. You could also use frozen corn, or if you feeling really extra, just take the corn right off of the cob. But I'd cook it first, but and that's it. So now I'm just adding all my canned ingredients. I'm going to mix it up. You could do this in the Instant Pot, and you could do this in a crock pot. I just can't tell you how because I've yet to do that. So, but I'm sure you could probably, substitute a chili recipe that you find online and just, I don't know, experiment with it. I'll probably try to do that too because I love my Instant Pot. But for now, I'm just going to stir this, and I'm going to bring it to a boil at, slight boil, high simmer, and then as soon as that's brought up, I'm going to cover it. I'm going to turn my heat down to super low, and I'm going to let it simmer for about 45 minutes to an hour, and I'm going to check it periodically to make sure it doesn't burn on the bottom. It has not, so it's edible. I strongly suggest serving this with a mango habanero salsa or a pineapple salsa if you can find it, or if you want to make it. As you can see, we love our food. We are all about food. We're even wearing stuff about food. So Now he's gonna pour out his bowl for his lunch with his tough welder hands, because look at him, he can just sit there and hold a hot bowl in his hand like he's cooking con Claudia. Who does he think he is? And here we go, some habanero hot sauce, because habanero actually has a little bit of sweetness to it. Avocado, sour cream, cilantro, lime, whatever you want to garnish it with. Hope you enjoy it.